Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in the words of the CHOFETZ, and the CHOFETZ says today something that's quite fascinating in the halachas of lashon hara. We're speaking about the prohibition of pointing out someone's negative traits, their weak traits, their weaknesses of character. You're not allowed to do such a thing, even though perhaps you don't mean anything vicious, you have no vendetta against them. Nevertheless, if we cause other people to be disgraced as a result of pointing out their shortcomings, he's not so bright, he's not too smart, he's not so savvy, business mind is not so good, all the different things that we might say, nevertheless, we spoke lashon hara. But listen what he writes over here. If when you are going to make a comment about the shortcomings of another person, your intention is because you want to quell an argument that is brewing or has taken place already. Kagain, for example, Shuraya leRuven sheyesh le'sina al Shimon. Let's call it like this. Levi sees that Ruvain is upset with Shimon. Al eza davar she'asalai, because of something that Shimon did to Ruvain. So Ruvain is upset because Shimon did something that bothered him, and Levi is witnessing this and he sees what's going on. Or maybe Shimon spoke negatively about Ruvain. So now Levi, the third party over here, is able to come and tell Ruvain, you should know, I know Shimon, he would not have intended at all to damage you or antagonize you with the lashon hara that he seems to be, with the thing that he's doing. It's only because of Shimon's foolishness that caused him to act in such a way. Shimon, he's a foolish kind of a guy, and he does things without thinking. And since he does things without thinking, that's why he did what he did to you. So don't worry. Really, you have nothing to worry about. He only did it not because he's angry with you, not because he's trying to get back at you, not because he's trying to hurt you. He did because he's a fool. The reason that Levi is allowed to say this to Ruvain is because he wants to alleviate any of the bad feelings and the hatred that Ruvain has in his heart towards Shimon. Mitzvah na mi'ika, says the CHOFETZ, there's even a mitzvah to do this. There's a mitzvah to speak badly about Shimon. The answer, says the CHOFETZ, is yes, there is a mitzvah over here, because since that by saying these words, you're going to create and restore shalom, peace, into the world between Ruvain and Shimon. Since that you're going to you'll calm Ruvain down, he won't be angry anymore at Shimon, he'll go forward and leave it alone. So therefore, since, as we know, there's a great mitzvah for a person to oyev shalom, to love peace and chase after peace. So therefore, says the CHOFETZ, there's not a problem with you going now and doing something that's going to create peace. Meaning, I guess, assuming over here that it's true what you're saying, that this person has some issues, so this is not called lashon hara. This is really just a to'eles, a benefit, that you're trying to rescue two Jews from getting involved in a machlekes and fighting with each other and bearing ill feelings. And perhaps we could say it's going to be like a scenario of the like. This is the CHOFETZ Sefer brings down this scenario. Imagine that a man gets a new job and he comes home every day and he complains to his wife, the boss is so mean, he's berating me, he's making it so difficult for me. So the wife says to her husband, listen, my dear husband, you know that you've always been successful in your business and your jobs in this field. Why is this person berating you? Your boss? He's probably on a power trip. He probably needs to show that he's the boss and he's in charge and so on and so forth. That's all that he's doing it. So even though that you're speaking, the wife over here is speaking negatively about the boss, but she's doing it for a constructive purpose. And that is because she sees that he's being abusive, her husband's getting hurt, so therefore she's suggesting over here that maybe he's on a power trip so that the husband will be able to relax and calm down and not bear the grudge against his boss and keep going to work. So if your intentions are for the sake of peace, then that's called to'eles, that's called benefit, And says the CHOFETZ Chaim, mitzvah na mi'ika, there's even a mitzvah for a person to say such a thing. Have a wonderful day.